Remove. Bare minimum. Yeah, it gives us so much more clearance. Take a look at there. GoPNH.com 5240-N. August 4th of 2008. Removal of this label will void the warranty. You think it just pulls off, or should I go grab a mallet? Oh, it just pulls right off. Well, please have a spun. At this point, I'm begging for it to have a spun bearing. This ring is stuck. Alright, we're gonna look down these bores live. Yeah, like, look at the rust. Like, look at those bores. Maybe they just heat seized or something, like the pistons. Like, look at those bores. They're junk. That's gotta be it, right? It's gritty. Right there. That's it. The piston's fucking seized in the bores. Because these bores were so shot. Yeah, this engine got left full of water. Or something happened to it. I don't... Like, that... These two are probably the best of the six.
The next day.
Alright, so I've been plugging away here this morning. I got the old engine block all tossed away. Got everything else tossed away or packed away. Back of that truck is full of stuff, ready to go off and hide in storage. Otherwise, we've got the motor here, and I did swap the fuel rails over, so that's all done there. I got the intake sitting on it here. It's not bolted down very tightly, because I'm going to go ahead and soak this thing down in some super clean, and I want to go ahead and get it pressure washed quick. I'm going to rip this manifold off it before I do that. Something I wanted to point out here that I just noticed that I missed when we were trying to get the original engine running, and this was going to be a problem. If you look right there, do you see it? Yeah, do you see it? No, not that hole in the center over there. That's fine. Look at the gasket. They have the gasket backwards. They got the throttle body gasket backwards, because this is the intake off of the 95, the original motor out of that. Because we have to use it, because it's got the EGR port. Yeah, this gasket's backwards. And that was just sucking air. So that's always good for it, right? That really, it's what your engine wants, is to suck a bunch of extra air. Yep. Yep, everything. They got every single thing wrong. Everything. Goes like that. You know, like that. That gasket's as good as junk now, I think, but whatever. Yep. Otherwise, no, we're making good progress. I got a lot of the extra parts cleaned out of here. It's thinning out anyway. Transmission's still sitting here ready to go. It grew hands. Yep. I do got to go get some extreme heat JB weld. That's what I'm going to do for this manifold. I already ground down where the crack is right there. You can see it. So we're going to extreme heat that. There's a suspect spot here and here that I'm not convinced are cracks, but sure as heck could be. So, but I couldn't get the grinder. Well, I might be able to get the wheel on this one. We'll see. But grind that back as far as we can, and we're just going to fill that, and it'll be better than it was, hopefully. Right? Oh! Alright. 11 millimeter. Yep. Got the whole stud, though. Ah! Oh. Ah! Oh no! Cracked, you could tell where it was rusted in half. That stud was gonna pop off no matter what I did. It's not broke flush though, so I just gotta get a vice grip on it. Oh look, transmission fluid. Yeah, this will come right out. Just like that. Well, it cleaned up pretty good. Knocked most of the loose dirt, or stuck on stuff on this pan. A little bit left on the back side here. But you don't see that side. The front side's nice and clean. Got all that stuff off here. The front head where you can see is nice and clean. Got most of this oil off, so if we have any oil leaks, we'll see them. Alright, got some updates here for the engine. I've got the new rear main seal on and in place. I've also got the new oil pan gasket on after we cleaned up that oil pan. Got that all installed. And I've got I put the engine in time, pop this little cover off here, pop this cover off here, and align TDC, and then line the timing marks. And then got this distributor installed and timed, so that should be good to go. I put the plug wires on. We'll have to pull the rears off when we pull this off. That's because that's got to come out of the way when we put the chain to it to hoist it up. Otherwise, I think the only thing left to do now is to put the manifolds back on with new to it gaskets, and then the engine should be ready to go. I don't think I ever properly welcomed y'all back to this episode on this 1995 Plymouth Voyager, where we are currently swapping in a 3.0 liter V6 from a 1991 Dodge Caravan that we once knew as KERRY. There she goes. Goodbye. And now, hopefully, this van will live on as KERRY. KERRY 2.0. This is the state of affairs. I've got all of this all wiped up, or cleaned up, swept up, the oil dry. Got the pallet here ready for its final use. It's going to crack down the center here after this, I believe. It's rough. It was a free pallet. That's what it's for. So we'll put that on the burn pile when we're done with it here. But right now, where we're at, if I come over here, we've got our transmission still sitting pretty. That's ready to go. It's been ready since yesterday. Over here, we've got an engine, a 3.0, that is ready to be mated up to that transmission and put back in there. So, while you were gone, I've been busy. I've got both manifolds on here. That's a brand new manifold gasket, brand new gasket here. And if we go over here, we didn't have to take that apart, so that's the same. And then I cleaned up this gasket, and we used that up front here. Because if you remember, the gasket that was on this motor was completely rotted away. And then this is the 95 this is all 95 manifolds. These are the manifolds off the original engine, because we need this EGR here, which is waiting for us. Otherwise, we used all original hardware between the two motors. Everything's bolted up, good to go. I got all these brackets in place, hook here and hook there. And then we've also got this bracket here, which we didn't have on the 95 engine because the prior owners lost it and didn't include it. Well, it was not present. Was not present with the vehicle.
General admission only $20 in advance, $25 at the door. All proceeds benefit the Bravo Funeral House. Be there for the
Okay, transmission and engine are together, and I've got all the random brackets and stuff all bolted up. I do believe this is ready to go into the van. So that is awesome news. I somehow got really lucky. First thing, I dropped the torque converter in and it slotted right in. And then two, when I went to do the bell housing bolts, it was lined up. It was perfect, because sometimes, well, there's a couple, there's only one way it'll bolt up to the flywheel or the flex plate, and sometimes it takes a few tries going around and back and forth. I had it nailed first go right away. So that was cool. But yeah, there's our 1991 3.0 mated to this 95 rebuilt transmission. So that's awesome. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else that needs done beforehand. Oh, freaking bee. Man, why? Why did you do that to me? Anyway, it is ready to go. Well, did you look at that? We've got an engine and transmission bolted up into this van. All the motor mounts are in and tight. I'm not a big fan of that trans mount. It seems to, well, before everything was tight, it wanted to slide pretty easy on that kind of like bushing thing. But now that everything is tight, this thing don't move at all. So I think it'll be fine. Just something worth noting. You guys forgot to remind me to do something very important. And I'm going to give you one guess. That brake line. So yeah, I realized that after I had the engine bolted in. It's still pretty accessible where we're at right now. So I think now or never. Well, now or it'll be very hard when it does blow. So yeah, we'll take care of that brake line right now. Otherwise, I was able to find, I had a brand new driver CV axle. It was actually for the 94 Town & Country, and I never put it in because we didn't need it. And then I've got a good used passenger side one out of Gray Van, the 93, that we replaced when we were trying to diagnose the shake it had. So that one's good. I'm going to put those two in it because they're a lot newer and in theory better. And besides, the driver one on here was shot. So we'll have two new to it CV axles in. That'll be when we get the suspension bolted in. But I want to take care of that brake line right now before I forget. Well, it ain't going to win any awards, but it sure ain't going to leak. So there you go. It's installed. It's functional. It's not rubbing anywhere. It's secured. And it's good to go. Alright, updates. We're behind schedule as usual. We've got the new catalytic converter bolted in up here. And down below, take a look here. Got the new pipe clamped to the catalytic converter. Got the muffler clamped to the pipe. Got the muffler clamped to that pipe. Or that pipe clamped to the muffler and hung beautifully. So we've added that tie wire there. That was there to align it so that I've got it lined up when I tightened that clamp, which I just had to drive all the way to Napa to get that 2-inch clamp because I'm out. I bought extras, so I'm good. And then I forgot that the last time we were here, we stole the muffler clamp for for Barry, the 93 Caravan, and we used it there, and then I didn't buy one because I forgot. So I used some tie wire there, and we made ourselves a hanger. I ordered one. I got it coming. It'll be here, but that'll do for now. I'm going to leave that up there for now. If it rattles, I'll remove it. If it doesn't, it's not hurting anything sitting there. But she's all bolted in. Then you come back here, and we've got a nice tailpipe sitting right there. And it's got a hanger up there. Those two bolts, you believe it or not, those exhaust hanger bolts are off of KERRY, the 91 Caravan. The top one up there, when I removed it from KERRY, I ripped the frame out with it. And then I brought it in and put it on a bench, and I was able to unthread it somehow. But it ripped the frame with it. And the bottom hanger it was a bolt for the muffler side. I was able to pull the whole bracket out from the body. It actually unbolted, believe it or not. Brought it back, got it out from the bracket, and that's the bolt we have. And then I just a random nut, because this aftermarket piece is actually, it doesn't have a hook. It's got a bolt through, like a through bolt bracket there. And I actually had to hammer it to make it fit. Isn't that right, Mr. Miles? Isn't that right? Yeah. Yeah, we had to hammer that bracket to bend it to fit. Anyway, the exhaust is done. That's something I wanted to have done for sure. It's all ready to go. So when we go to fire this up, when we get to it, it should be quiet. We should be able to hear this thing, be able to assess it. So now that leaves just the wires and all the little things. I'm just going to start buttoning up, and I'll bring you back when I got updates. Well, update time, huh? So I've got a lot of things buttoned up here. I've got the electrical all in, alternators in, serpentine belts in. I fixed some wiring issues. All of the wires going to that the fuel injector harness, the back of the plug here, all the wires, all the the rubber coating had been oil soaked and rotted off of them. So I taped all those up individually and wrapped that. But we shouldn't have any more oil leaks back here, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then I just discovered down here on that one transplant, what does a yellow plug do? It goes into, it's got to go into like the valve body or something. I don't know what it does, because this is a pretty basic non-electric transmission. But those two wires were kind of melty in together, so we fixed that. Otherwise, the AC condenser, the radiator, the new radiator I should say, and the fans are in. The transcooler lines are all in. I've got the mount for the tray, for the battery tray in, and the throttle cables and stuff. I've got most of the vacuum lines all buttoned up here. Throttle body is also in. We flipped that gasket that the prior owner had wrong on the original engine, and we reused that because that's what I had. AC brackets in. Is there anything else aside from just kind of cleaning up wiring and stuff? I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plop the lower coolant line on first, and then I'm going to get the battery tray on, and then this side's all buttoned up here, and then we're just going to work over here, and I think we got to get the air conditioning on. I'm going to put it on beforehand. This vacuum line here for the the purge solenoid or whatever the heck was here, and then the upper coolant line, and then the reservoir, and then we just got to put the air box on, and then the hood, and then everything here is buttoned up, good to go. But we're not going to fire it up just yet. Well, we got to put the grill on too. I got to still get the suspension on, which I will do here last. I'm saving that for last. Kind of just don't want to mess around with it. But that's going to be coming up last here. All right. We're all done under the engine bay, aside from the special cover you call the hood for the engine bay, and a coolant cap. I didn't realize the radiator didn't come with one. I don't have one. It's a touch low on coolant. I do not believe there is a single drop of coolant available left on this property. I have rated all of my vehicles. I have no spare coolant in anything, and surely that will bite me in the behind at some point here. But I put 2 3/4 gallons is what I had left. So, and it's pretty well full, but it's maybe just a touch low. Remember, this block is completely empty. This block, well, it had coolant in it when we pulled it out of KERRY. It still had coolant in the block, and it was green coolant. So, first time that block has seen fresh coolant in over 21 years. And the brand new radiator obviously had to fill all that up, and all the little nooks, crannies, crevices, all sorts of good stuff. We had the water pump out on this motor. We got everything buttoned up, got all the rad hoses on, got all the vacuum lines in, reservoir in here. AC system is all bolted up and in. Could maybe work. Air boxes in, battery trays in, batteries in, positive cables attached and sprayed. Negative cables just waiting for us. Got the ground done there. Wiring harness all buttoned up here. That's zip tied on there, fresh zip tie. We've got the coil disconnected, because the first thing I want to do when we get power to this is I want to crank it over, make sure we get oil pressure, which we did have when we cranked it over in KERRY. I don't think I forgot anything. If I did, y'all are yelling at me or screaming at your screen, or, throwing the remote at the TV, the typical stuff viewers do, all the experts. Now, you guys are actually pretty good. I see some comment sections. You guys are like some of the most chill people there are, and I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. And I say that now, I'm going to ruin it, but y'all are great. I appreciate y'all. So, you guys excited? I'm excited. Very excited, very excited, very excited. That thing is running good, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this thing yet. Hopefully you have. Hopefully I included the random footage. It's my dad's 88 F-150. That thing is running fantastic. We've actually been using it. He's been driving it. So, he just changed the oil finally. I got him to change the oil and put a new pressure switch in it. And all the gauges work on that cluster. Everything works now. It was just a bad oil pressure switch. So I'll be darned. So we were running on that old oil. I mean, it didn't blow up. So it's fine, clearly. But that's a nice strong 302. I mean, it's a smog down, injected 302. You can say what you want, but that one runs good. So let's get that done, like now. All right, take 2, now with keys. You guys ready to see, well, one, if our 95 Plymouth Voyager will run and drive and not blow up, and two, if KERRY, the 1991 Dodge Caravan's 3.0 liter V6 will run after 21 years. Here's the order of operations here. We're going to crank it over with the coil disconnected, verify we have oil pressure, verify everything cranks over, verify we don't burn to the ground. Once we verify that, we are going to try fire it up, see if it runs, and if it does, check for leaks, verify all that's good, and then we need to make sure the transmission works, make sure the engine works clearly, and once we get to that point, we'll let it warm up. We'll see if we can take it for a drive, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's see if we got oil pressure first. I'll bring you guys with me. Oh, hook the battery up first. That would help, wouldn't it? All right, so let's hook. Got sparks. No fire yet. Good. We're gonna spray that before I forget. Battery is definitely loose. Okay, done. Set that over here. And I did bleed the brakes, by the way. I did bleed those brakes. I didn't forget. So, do we have dome lights? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay, there's our oil light. Come on. Might take a minute to prime here. Sounds okay cranking over. It was a little limpy at first, but... Oh, hear that? Hey, there it goes. And we have oil pressure. I think we're good here, guys. All right, we're gonna hook this up. And we got fuel, should have fuel. Let's see if this van's gonna run. You guys can go on the tripod here. All right, let's see, will it run? Any fluids underneath? No, it looks good. All right. Fire's right up. Not even ticking. Oh, look at the smoke. Can you guys see that smoke cloud? Doesn't come in as well on camera. There's a giant smoke cloud that thing just let out. But remember, it was full of transmission fluid and all kinds of stuff. Listen to that thing. That is quiet as can be. Nothing like Barry the 93 over there. Listen to that motor. No way, that thing went and it was alive. Like it was turned off yesterday. Nice and quiet too. How's it sound? Yeah. Sounds good. No way. No way. Hear a little bit of an exhaust leak somewhere. Not bad. Nothing like it was before. No freaking way. Listen to that thing purr. That's running on all six, and that's running strong. Got oil pumping up here. It's looking good. No way. That just fired right up. Absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane. Listen to that motor. No ticking, no knocking, no noise, nothing. It's just purring. If we had gotten spark in KERRY the 91, that motor would have went bang and it was alive. That right there is one hell of a motor. You guys remember all the fighting we did to get that motor just to where it is? Look at it now. That paid off, that's for sure. KERRY 2.0? How does it feel to be alive? Definitely burning off some fluids and stuff. But this seems good. Holy crap. Does it rev up? Little kind of hesitant, but it revs up all right. What do you think?
Sounds good so far.
That sounds really good. A little bit of a smoke cloud coming out the exhaust there. Nothing abnormal, I would say. Who knows? Look at the moisture in the exhaust. All the water. Good condensation. Smells good. It's a little low on coolant, but I put 2.5 gallons in it. It should be fine, but I'm out of coolant. To be honest with you. Gonna burn off. That motor hasn't run in 21 years. That's insane. I know. Yeah, this one don't have rust like that other one did. Listen to that thing purr. Temp gauge looking good?
Not quite half yet.
Yeah, it should get maybe 1 tick higher from where it's at, yeah. But, like I said, I think it's just a touch low on coolant, but we'll see. I think it'll be alright. Keep the cap open, maybe. I could see coolant in it, so it's not like low. I think I got a good motor this time. Alright. Will that motor run after 21 years sitting abandoned in a backyard? Abso-frickin-lutely. Here, I'm gonna put you on the tripod here. We're gonna make sure the transmission still works. Make sure we got brakes. If not, I'll hit Dad's Civic, but that's okay. Right? All right, let's see if she moves. Should. Might be low on transplant, but it should move. Got brakes. Put the hood on it, drive it to work tomorrow? I mean, I could. You know, I might put the hood on it right now and drive it around the block at least. I don't think it needs very much. No, it's full. We're good. Once that turns greenish yellow, we'll know the coolant's circulating too. I guess I had just the right amount. It's full. Good. Okay. I cannot believe how well that motor runs. Doesn't sound like the other one. Well, you couldn't hear nothing over the exhaust. Yeah. Wow. Not only 21 years, it's over 3 years since this thing was parked on itself, itself. Listen to that. And no longer is it too close to that where it melts it. Sounds good, smells good. There's no smoke, it cleared right up. Hell frickin' yeah. Temp gauge? Temp gauge is sitting pretty, isn't moving anymore. Oh, we got a check engine light. Uh-oh. Hey, look, green coolant. Thermostat open. Yeah, ain't leaking anything. Just coolant where it's bubbling over, so. This thermostat just opened up. That's insane. Good. Now figure out where you're at here. Need to get one of those big, you get the jugs you set on top and you can watch it bubble that way. Those are nice. Do got a check engine light though. Whatever. How's this thing rev up? The hesitation's gone. Wow. Anything going on down there?
We're dumping out a lot of fluid.
Yeah. It's just pushing out air bubbles right now. Nuts.
Put the cap on it. Get a little pressure and fill up the overflow.
It's fair. I will heed to that advice. Here. Best solution to pollution is dilution. Fixed. It's expensive distilled water too. Dang it. Oh, there. That's the cost of addressing that. Thing sounds frickin' mint. Actually. Alright. Well, do you want me to maneuver or do you got your car keys? Because. Thanks. Well, you do that. I think I'm going to throw the hood on quick. Alright, there she is with the proper grill. And 4 screws in it. And the rad fan kicked on, as you could tell. How's temp gauge look? Temp gauge looks good. She's sitting at half. We got a check engine light on. Still, that don't bother me any. Well, 2 quarts of trans fluid, and she is at the very top of the warm. Listen to that motor purr. I think I'm ready to take it for a test drive here. Well, let's take it for a test drive. Coolant's full, oil's full, trans is full, power steering's present, brake fluid's present, brakes work. What you looking at? Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, you're funny. I don't need any more of that. God damn. All right. You watch me peel out of here? Now we can get straight back. Keys.
Phone?
Yeah, I got my phone, wallet.
In the room, so.
Yep. Wish me luck. And I think I'm actually going to drive this to work tomorrow. Yeah. All right, here we go. I think I'm legitimately going to drive this thing to work tomorrow. So we put half a mile on that old engine before she cooked. All right, let's, where are we at here? Turn that on. Don't need recirc. We just need something flowing here so we don't get dust in here. All right. Do get a fat check engine light. Temp gauge, it's circulating just fine. The fans have kicked on and off a few times. There we go. That didn't clunk into gear so bad. Yeah, she was 2 quarts low. Poor thing. Does this have power mirrors? No, it's got crank windows, manual mirrors. That mirrors needs adjusted. Actually, they both do. Whatever, we'll deal with that later. We're backing out. All right. First time on the road. This van did not make it to the road last time. In over 3 years. I don't think we got any reversal lights. Yeah, we do. Never mind. You guys can't see. You guys can't see nothing. You're just along for the ride. As am I. All right. Let's see how good these headlights are. Power steering's working. All right. She's on the road. These lights are like crap. Did I burn a headlight bulb out? Just aim freaking poorly. Okay, whatever. No oil pressure. Hang on. Hang on. Nope. What? You see that? Uh-oh. Let me turn the fans off and listen to that. It's a brand new sender. Is it a bad one? Okay. Put it in gear. I don't hear any ticking. I've still got the old sender on that other engine. We probably might want to grab that. Yeah. It goes away as soon as we give it throttle, though. Okay. Well, we're gonna send it anyway. Maybe that sender is bad. We're gonna say that. As long as it's off while we're driving here, we're good. Second gear. High beam's on. Third gear. All right, she's got all the gears in it. Shifts fine. That transmission is definitely good. Seems to drive straight. We'll just keep you pointed ahead here. First drive. She's going. Speedo's working. Temp gauge is working. It allegedly has a full tank of old gas, so I don't know what that means. That'd suck if that oil pump is bad, because Well, we had perfect access to it, and now we don't. I'm gonna say that new sender's bad, probably, possibly, maybe, hopefully. I'll keep an eye on it, though. Maybe she just needs to get the beans and have the crap cleared out. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. 1 mile. Drives pretty good, actually. Not bad. Wish I had a gauge. This is why a guy wants a gauge. Now I'm just relying on that dummy light that kicked on. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna ignore it. This thing drives decent, actually. What do you guys think? Not bad. Not too shabby. We're definitely an improvement over the last time we attempted this. Alright, so we're gonna flip oil lights intermittent on. It's not ticking, though. There's a deer right in front of us. Alright. It's not making noise like it has no oil pressure. miles an hour, seems good. 55, no shakes. 60 is not bad. $65, not bad. Remember, the rear tires aren't balanced. 70. I feel, you know, just a ton. Like, honestly, for a 30 whatever year old, this one's actually only 30. This is perfect. This is good. Definitely better than some of the other stuff I drive. It's better than Blue Van right now. Let's push this motor to 75. I don't know. I'll have to check the speed, if the speedo's accurate off camera with my phone. We use GPS to verify. But this drives straight. It doesn't pull. My hands are off the wheel. Brakes work good. Little wobbly, honestly not bad. Honestly not bad. That's drivable, and I don't think I even need to bleed the rears again. Like, it seems fine. Kickdown works. Yeah, this drives good. The only thing we're worried about is that little oil light that comes on intermittently at idle while it's in gear. But you know, the way that comes on and how it is, it just seems to me like a bad oil pressure switch. Whenever that kind of happens, it's usually an oil pressure switch. The Neon did that. My Dart did that. The 05 Town & Country did that. I'm sure it's happened elsewhere. But only when it's in gear at a very low. But at the same time, it could be a really but I doubt it's a wore out motor. You know, that's the thing. I don't think so. And especially the way it runs and sounds while it was sitting there idling with said low oil pressure, I don't think it is. This thing drives freaking fantastic. Yeah, this drives good. This drives really, 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 really well. 4.2 miles. We're going to take it into town here. I'm going to put some fuel in it just to see if it's full. I'm going to attempt. Who knows? Maybe that gauge doesn't work. But I got a feeling it is, and I got a feeling it's full. So we're going to drive it into town here, and I'm going to try put some gas in it. We'll see what it does. I'm going to attempt to put 91, whatever I put in, just to kind of dilute the old fuel that's in it, but it seems to run okay off of it. Hey, free full tank of gas, I'll take it. Alright, I will see you guys in a bit. Well, I was sitting here idling, and oil pressure is fine. Light's not on anyway. Let's see what it takes here. Is it actually full? Might not be. It's taking fuel. Something tells me it's not full. Not leaking, right? No? Oh, it wasn't empty, though. 4.6 gallons, okay. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, now it's full. So 4.6 gallons, that's not bad. Well, it's sitting here idling fine just now. It's funny is I flicked the headlights on and off a time or two, and it went on and off with it, and then it stayed off. I don't know. I think it's the switch. This motor is too quiet. I mean, listen to this thing. You're telling me that's got low oil pressure? Nah, I don't know if I buy that. This rad cap is junk, by the way. I can tell you that much right now. I figured as much. That is an old. Yeah, look at it steam around it. It seals bad on that rad cap. I mean, look at it. It's just flinging oil. That's not low oil pressure. You get lost. I think that new switch is junk. I'm gonna literally. That will have to replace. I'll have to buy a rad cap. I'm not gonna drive it to work tomorrow. Well, I mean, I could. I don't freaking know. But I probably shouldn't. I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna be smart about it and not strand myself. Just cause. But that block in here, right here, this guy right here. I think we're gonna. I think this one's bad too. Look at it. I can wobble the switch on it. But I think I'm gonna take it and we'll use it for diagnosis. I'll go get that off quick, but. Yeah, I think it's that switch. I'm pretty confident. So, anyway, I think that's going to do it for the video on this 1995 Plymouth Voyager KERRY 2.0. KERRY 2.0 runs and drives. Pretty honestly fantastic. It drives great. I'll think about taking it to work tomorrow. We'll see how I feel in the morning. Definitely, if I'm going to, I need a different rad cap. Which... Gee, I wonder where I could find one. I don't know. I got some ideas. So I think we could do that. I'll throw a rad cap on the driver's seat if I take it. And we'll just need to make sure we keep an eye on the oil pressure and everything. But it runs, it drives great, it runs great. Listen to that thing purr. It's quiet. No smoke, no noise, no leaks. Nothing major anyway that I can tell. Everything seems to work. The only thing we haven't tried is AC because I don't have any refrigerant. We'll have to pick some up for that tomorrow too. If, you know, pick some up regardless. But I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the series on this van as what's the word I'm looking for? Very, very work intensive this van has been so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed the series on KERRY, the 91 Caravan. Officially, I would say, coming to a close with the fact that that motor does run, and it runs good. So, that van definitely, it did not go to waste. That van did not go to waste. It definitely saved this van. This van was going to the junkyard if it weren't for us. So... I'll be happy to drive this one around. I've actually got a shorty that I'm going to hold on to for a little bit at least. Barry the 93, sorry, I can't keep him straight anymore. Barry the 93 hanging around. Dad's been driving that around. So now I've got this one. And, yeah. I think what I got to do now, I've got all of the second gens here that run and the first gen. I think we need to do a lineup tomorrow with them all. I think we need to get them in a line. I think it's time to get an updated picture, channel banner maybe. So, with that long-winded outro, I will see you guys next time, whatever we happen to be working on. And I think it'll just be the 1991 Dodge Grand Caravan SC. That thing is ready for interior. I think it's ready. That's my next project, so hopefully. Well, I also got a 95 F250. And anyway, I'm done. See you guys next time. Here's your Encore. It's been sitting here purring. Oil pressure switch seems fine. I pulled the other switch off. I also topped off the washer fluid. I've got a Go box with some oil in there that you can't see. And I brought a jug of water. And then I cleaned up, you know, up here, all the stuff out. I got my work keys and everything here. I'm gonna take it tomorrow, I think. I'll play my luck. Well, I'll obviously let you guys know how it goes, but it seems like it's running A-okay.